I am a magician. I caught your attention back there. I am a magician, and I want to show you a couple of tricks as I get into my speech. My first trick is I'm going to move that guest book with my mind. And it's not working. So I'll move on with that. My next trick, since I can't move that book with my mind, I'll try and take a quarter from Joan's ear. Wait, this isn't a quarter. This. See, not a magician. But I did learn a trick. I did learn a little magic trick. A magic word, perhaps. Abracadabra. And this word abracadabra means I create as I speak, or it came to pass as it was spoken. Now, obviously, my magic career is a flop. I won't be pursuing that, so you guys can rest easy. It only started on Friday, so I'm not too concerned. But there is magic in abracadabra. The meaning, again, is I create as I speak. It's an Aramaic word. And while it may not necessarily work when I use it as magic, it does work with people. Now, just like this coin that I failed to pull from Joan's ear has two sides, abracadabra, creating as you speak, or encouragement, has two sides as well. Encouragement is defined as the action of giving someone support, courage, or hope. Can someone give me an example of an encouraging phrase? Good job. Good job.
You can do it.
You can do it. Now, the tail side of that coin is discouragement, which is the action of taking away someone's courage or hope. Can someone give me some examples of discouraging phrases? Not too harsh, though. I don't want my
You can do it.
You can't do it. That wasn't very good.
Sour grapes.
Sour grapes.
That's never going to work.
Well, never heard.
All right, we'll cut that before my film. But through some of these short stories and through more of the phrases that you have given, I will attempt to inspire you to create a culture of encouragement in your life and with the people around you. Now, we've all heard the phrase, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. And I think that's false. In fact, I think the saying should go a little more like this. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can break my heart. And that shows the power of encouragement. Like I said before, abracadabra may not work when I use it as magic, but abracadabra, or I create as I speak, is the magic behind encouragement in people. The first example, which is unfortunately a little bit negative, but teaches the lesson well, is a story of an old man who approaches a famous painter. He approaches him with a couple of sketches and he shows them to him, wanting to get some feedback from him. And the painter looks at them, he turns the pages, and in a moment of honesty, he tells the old man, listen, these aren't very good. Who drew them? They should stop immediately. And the old man doesn't lose heart. He's a little discouraged, but he walks over and brings him some more sketches, some more paintings. And this time the famous painter looks at them with increased fervor. He acknowledges that there's some type of talent here. And he says, who painted these? These are amazing. I love them. They should continue and their work should be sold in prestigious places. And the old man looks at him wistfully with a nostalgic look in his eye. And he says, if only I had heard those words 40 years ago when I was a young painter myself, maybe I wouldn't have given up so easily. Our second story is a tale of Benjamin West, a British painter, who one day his mom left to run some errands, and he was left alone to watch over his little sister. Now, as kids always do, or maybe I'm speaking for myself, as I always did, when left in the house or left to watch my brother, I found trouble. And Benjamin found bottles of colored ink lying around the house. And he went to work. And unfortunately, those bottles of colored ink went to work on the house as well. Because when his mom came back, there was ink on the walls, ink on the tapestry, ink on the ceiling, ink on the carpet, ink on the furniture, everywhere. But Benjamin had produced a couple of paintings. Instead of getting mad and angry and flipping out and threatening to punish him, his mom looked at the painting and recognized a portrait of his sister, Sally. Gave him a kiss on the head and said, "Good job." And Benjamin credits that as one of the catalysts in why he became a painter and why it became his passion. The next story is the story of Edward Steichen, a photographer who at the age of 16 bought a camera and took 50 pictures. This is probably not in the age of digital cameras, so it probably was a bigger deal. Now, developing those 50 pictures, he only came up with one good photo out of 50. And while some of us would look at that as a glass 2% full, his mother looked at it, at the one picture that was developed, a picture of his sister playing the piano, and said, "Good job. I'm proud of you." And that, even though his father was discouraging him, was enough to spur him on to become a famous photographer. Now, we spoke about words of encouragement. And real shortly, I'm just going to go through a list of words of encouragement that you can use in everyday situations with kids around you, with adults, with people you work with, even people older than you, to help encourage them and spur them on to be people who they can be. Like, "Way to go. I love you. You're the best. Good job. I'm proud of you. You made my day. Magnificent. I support you. I agonize you." They may not know what that means, but it's encouraging. "I knew you could do it. Beautiful work." There are people in your life who are like kids sitting on a swing set. They may not know exactly what to do to get themselves off the ground, but I hope that these stories have inspired you to be that person who goes into that swing set, or goes into that jungle gym and gives them a push. Sooner or later, your push of encouragement, your abracadabra, will become the magic that encourages them and pushes them off the ground until they eventually learn to kick themselves and are pushing themselves on to greatness. So thank you, and I hope you will be the abracadabra or the words of encouragement for someone today.
Thank you so much, Jay. Very inspiring. Hope I'll be the abracadabra today. Can we get the